Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Srne, Sorrento Therapeutics Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. Hope you guys find this video helpful and informative. And to all my subscribers, welcome back. So Sorrento had a bearish run after hitting, the peak here after that bullish run of $20 and some change, and then quickly started to fall. All the news that was on it, so forth, negativity on it, uncertainty brought to every single investor, bears taking advantage, bringing this one down, people taking out profits from riding this wave, and so forth, to the point that fear and uncertainty took over most investors, and this dropped all the way down to about $5.79. Now, from that point, there has been a recovery. And something I'm noticing in this recovery is that every time the recovery happens and it gets to a newer high or it actually peaks, profit taking is being done in place. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and draw here some circles around each one. I like to notice this stuff because investors themselves are the ones making this happen. It's every investor is a bull, every investor is a bear. You can be one day a bull and another day be a bear, depending on what your intentions or what you were trying to do with the stock. But within 2 weeks, every time it rose, quickly after it's fallen, and then it rises. Now, this was actually one of the best peaks in the rise and one of the most bullish moments for the stock, rising from $6.69 all the way up to $11, almost double. But quickly after, it dipped, leveled off, rose again back to close to the $11 mark, and it dipped again, and now it's been rising, and here we're seeing a dip again. So if this is going to continue to do this effect, that means that Sorrento Therapeutics is going to continue to fall, level off, and rise higher every time until finally all the bulls come to an agreement. Literally, it takes that for them to notice and say, okay, we're all going to jump in and actually, bring this one up like they did here. This took, almost a month and a half, and it reached that whole point here within the beginning of July all the way to the middle of August. So it took that long, and the bulls finally said, all right, we're going to bring this up. We're going to continue to rise. Obviously, there was ups and downs, but for the most part, they were hitting newer highs. So we're seeing that same movement here. I mean, it started here, and it's moving up. Newer highs, falls, newer highs, falls, levels out at another high, falls, and now we hit a newer high, and it's slightly falling. So the question is, who is really dominating this one? And is there really even any bears right now? Because just because it's slightly falling, it doesn't mean that there's bears in this one. If anything, there's bulls profit taking, or there's the uncertainty of them just riding these waves, taking profits and getting out, or again, there are bears trying to tear this down and the bulls reappear every time strong. But we've seen it 3 times, and the question is, are we going to see it a 4th time, or will this continue the bullish momentum? I mean, right now it fell into bearish territory, so we're going to look at what's important for tomorrow, and literally a few cents below the closing price is the lowest point that this reached after breaking through support and the 50-day moving average. So let's go ahead and move this to their new locations and see what the chart has to show us. So again, support was broken through, bears have came in, and they brought this to newer lows, and we're going to look at our new support and new resistance level. And again, another thing too, for the bulls to continue the run and hit newer highs, they need to break through the highest point of this run, and that is $12.17. They broke through the $11 mark and some change. Now they need to break through $12.17 for this to hit newer highs and newer resistance levels. Now, we do have the bulls down here in a much more narrow and focused stretch here. We have the 50-day moving average that is 11.10. Right now, it's slightly above the closing price. It closed out at 10.58. The bulls need to cross that before even gaining any momentum. They need to break through it, turn it into support. They've reached bullish territory, but to confirm the direction that this is going and if there's any momentum, the bulls need to break through the first resistance level, and that is 11.33. The bulls are going to want to break through 11.33, turn that into a support, and start to work their way up to newer highs and newer resistance levels, hopefully approaching way up here at that $12 mark and 18 cents, 12.17, around that area, so that it can start to hit newer highs and new resistance levels. But before getting there, again, the bulls need to break through 11.33, turn that into a support, and start to work their way up to newer highs. If the bulls accomplish that, they broke through the 50-day moving average, they reached bullish territory, and they broke through the first resistance level that will get them to the next resistance level and newer highs after they turn it into a support. Now, on the other hand, the bears. The bears have been dominating this one. They certainly have. They brought this down in the last 2 days. They finally broke through the 50-day moving average, and now it is literally 4 cents away from the closing price. This closed out at 10.58. The bears are going to try to break through 10.54 and bring this one down to newer lows and newer support levels. If they accomplish that, I want to emphasize one thing. Pay very close attention to the support, because if that support is broken through, this could start to hit newer lows and newer support levels, and getting deeper, further away from the 50-day moving average of 11.10 in a downward direction, confirming that the bears are taking over and gaining control. Yes, the bulls can reappear anywhere here, take advantage of the price, and bring it back up, but the bulls won't have any control or any sense of momentum to actually start to work their way up to newer highs until they break through the 50-day moving average, which is 11.10. So if the bears break through this support, I'd pay very close attention to the behavior of the stock. How quickly is it moving to newer lows? And are the bulls even trying to reappear, or if it's being dominated by the bears on the way down? Super important to keep in mind and keep a very close eye on it. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. And don't forget to click on the bell. By clicking on the bell, you turn on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post, and share this with all your friends and community. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video. I highly recommend you click on it and check it out. If you haven't had the chance to watch it and you're one of my subscribers, or you're a frequent viewer and haven't had the time to subscribe, well, check out that video. And if that video really intrigues you, it's a weekly series that I do so that you can go ahead and not miss out a single one. And maybe you can decide to just subscribe then. But in that video, I talk about the S&P 500, and in the S&P 500, how the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets and how you can make money based off of the S&P 500. I'm talking about each share moving 30 cents to $3. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but per share that does add up, and profits are profits, as I always state. So check out the video. I'm not there to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to inform every investor and viewer on the great news that there's an opportunity to maximize profits, minimize losses, and make profits while the market's going down or going up for as long as these Federal Reserve pumps are going on. Click on the video now and don't miss out on that great information. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.